Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. This video is for the students of class 7, subject mathematics, and this is lecture number 4 of chapter number 4, simple equations. So students, in the previous two lectures, we have learned that how to solve the equations. So in this lecture, that is lecture number 4, we will learn how to set up the equation and then how to solve them. Okay, so the main concept that we are going to learn in this lecture is how to set up an equation. Word problems will be given and you have to frame the equation. You have to convert that word problem in simple equation and then you have to solve that equation. Okay, so we will discuss exercise 4.4 in this lecture. Okay, so let us start with question number 1 of exercise 4.4. So students, this is exercise 4.4. Question number 1. We have given these parts and question is set up equations and solve them to find the unknown numbers in the following cases. We have given these cases and first we need to set up the equations and then we have to find the value of the variable. It means we need to solve the equations. Okay, for the unknown numbers. Now in this question I am explaining D part, and D part is when I subtracted 11 from twice a number, the result was 15. It means first we have to convert this word problem in equation and then we need to find the required number. Okay, and the number, so the equation is when I subtract 11 from twice a number. Here number is not given. Okay, we are taking twice a number, the number is not given, so we need to find that number from this equation. Okay, so that twice the number, when twice the number minus 11 equal to 15. Okay, first we will frame the equation. So how you will do? As in this equation, in this part we need to find the number. Okay, so the unknown thing that we have to find, we will assume that first. Okay, here I am assuming let the number be x. Okay, the required number, let the number be x. Now question is saying when I subtract 11 from twice a number. So according to question, what is the given condition? I am here writing according to question, or in short you can write ATQ. This means according to question we have the equation that 2x minus 11 equal to 15. Because the question is saying a number 11 is subtracted from twice a number. We don't know the number, so I have just assumed the number as x. So and here the word is, that word from is also in the question. So after the word from I will write the term after the word from first. Okay, so here I have written 2x minus 11 equal to 15. This is the required equation. Okay, now we need to find the value of x. So again it means we need to solve this equation. So I will collect the variables, the terms having the variable on one side and constant on one side. Okay, now this is the term having the variable, so I will take this as on left hand side. Okay, and now I will collect constants on one side. It is 15 and this is already on RHS, so I will write it same. Now this is shifting its side, this has to shift its side. So as it is minus 11, so if it shifts its side it will be plus 11. Okay, now 2x equal to 15 plus 11 is 26. Okay, now this 2 is in multiplication with x, so x will be 26 divided by 2, that is 13. So the required number, therefore required number is 13. Okay, so in this way you need to first set up the equation and then you have to find the value of the unknown number. Okay, so the required number is 13. So this is part D. One more part I am taking, that is part F. Okay, you have the book part F. I am taking part F is Ibn Hal thinks of a number. Okay, Ibn Hal thinks of a number. If she adds 19 to it and divides the sum by 5, she will get 8. Okay, so first you have to read the question, understand it, then you have to frame the equation. So again I am reading the question. Ibn Hal, this is she is a girl, she thinks of a number. Okay, and if she add 19 to 8 and divides the sum of what? The sum of the number she thought and 19. If she divides the sum by 5, she will get 8. So we need to find the number. Okay, so we need to find the number. So let first we will assume the number. So let the number be x. Okay, so here the number is x. Now according to question, this is according to question, if she adds 19 to it, so here I have added 19 to the number and divides the sum, this sum is divided by 5, she will get 8. This is the required equation of the question, that is given in part F. So this is the required equation. Now we need to solve it. Now this is complete is in divide. So if I changes its side, it will be in multiply. Okay. So it is x plus 19 equal to 8 into 5. Now x plus 19 is equal to 8 5 ja 40. Okay. Now I need to find the value of x. So x is equal to 40 minus 19. Okay. And so this is 121. Okay, so this is the number she thinks of. She thought it 21, and if she add 21 to 19, that is 40, and if she divide 40 by 5, then the she will get 8. So it is satisfying the number, satisfying the condition. It means the answer is correct. So therefore required number is 21. Okay, so this is the question. This is question number 1. Same way you have to do question number 1. Now let us discuss question number 2. Now I am explaining question number 2. Question number 2, I am taking C part. Okay, Sachin scored twice as many runs as Rahul. It means Sachin has scored twice, 2 times as many runs as Rahul. So if Rahul scored x runs, then Sachin scored 2x runs. Okay. Now this is the meaning of this statement, that Sachin scored twice as many runs as Rahul. Next condition is together. It means on combining their runs. Okay, on combining the runs together, their runs fell too short of a double century. What do you mean by too short of a double century? We know that double century means 200, and too short, it means they require 2 more runs to reach the double century. It means they are saying about that they together their runs fell too short of a double century. It means together they are making 198 runs. Okay, double century means 200 and fell too short. It means they require 2 more runs to reach the double century. So how many runs did each one score? So this is the explanation, that Sachin scored twice as run as Rahul. After this together, it means on combining the runs together, their runs fell too short of a double century. It means together they are making 198 runs. Okay, so how many runs did each one score? So how you will solve this equation, this statement, how you will find the runs of each Sachin as well as Rahul. So students, first statement, it is saying that Sachin scored twice as many runs as Rahul. So let us assume, let runs made by Rahul, that is x, we are assuming this. Okay, now it is given that Sachin scored twice as many runs as Rahul. So runs scored by Sachin, that is twice the runs made by Rahul, that is 2x. Now together they are making their runs fell too short of a double century. It means according to question, together means on adding them their runs fell too short of a double century. It means if we combine the runs, the total is 198. That is the meaning, too short of a double century. Double century means 200, too short means 2 less than 200. Okay, so it is 3x equal to 198. So x is equal to 198 divided by 3. Now it is 3 1 ja 3, 3 6 3 ja 18, 6 and 6. So x is equal to 66. We are getting x equal to 66, and x what we have assumed, these are the runs made by Rahul. So therefore runs made by Rahul is x, that we have assumed x. So x, the value of x we are getting is 66, and runs made by Sachin will be double of x. Okay, double of that, double of the runs made by Rahul. So it is 2 into 66, that is 132 runs. Okay, so this is your question number 2. Now come to question number 3. And in this question also I will explain one part, that is part 3, part 3rd. Okay, so students, question number 3 is solve the following. We have given some statements and we need to solve these equations. Okay, so I am taking part 3rd. People of Sundargram planted trees in a village garden. Okay, it means the people of this village, they decided to plant trees in their village garden. Okay, some of the trees were fruit trees, and the number of known fruit trees were 2 more than 3 times the number of fruit trees. Okay, the garden includes the fruit trees as well as non-fruit trees, and there is a condition given that the number of non-fruit trees were 2 more than 3 times the number of fruit trees. This is the given, that number of non-fruit trees will be 2 more means 2 plus 3 times the number of fruit trees. We don't know the number of fruit trees, so we will assume the number of fruit trees will be x. Okay, so if we are assuming the number of fruit trees be x, then number of non-fruit trees will be 2 plus 3 into x. This is the condition given. Okay, now what was the number of fruit trees planted if the number of non-fruit trees planted was 77? And we have also given that number of fruit trees planted, if the number of non-fruit trees, we need to find what was the number of fruit trees, that is we have to find x if it is given that the number of non-fruit trees planted was 77. Okay, here we have given 77 as these are the number of non-fruit trees planted. We need to find the number of fruit trees. Okay, so let us solve this. So this is question number 3, part 3rd. Okay, first we have to frame the equation, we have to set up the equation. So people of Sundargram planted trees in a village garden. Some of the trees were fruit trees, and the number of non-fruit trees were 2 more than 3 times the number of fruit trees. So in this case we are assuming that the number of fruit trees, let the number of fruit trees be x. Okay, fruit trees is equal to x. Now according to question we have given that the number of non-fruit trees were 2 more than means 2 plus 3 times the number of fruit trees, and this is equal to number of non-fruit trees. Okay, non-fruit trees, and at the last statement we have given that the non-fruit trees are 77 in number. So it is 2 plus 3x is equal to 77. So this is the equation. Okay, it is given that the number of known fruit trees were 2 more than 3 times the number of fruit trees. This is x, we have assumed the number of fruit trees, so this is the required equation. Okay, and now in this you need to find the value of x, and x is number of fruit trees. This is what we need to find in this equation. Okay, so this is your question number 3, part 3rd. I hope it is clear. Now this chapter is over. Okay, question number 4 you have to do yourself. Okay, now come to the homework. What questions you have to do, which questions? So you have to do, so students, your homework for today's lecture is you have to do question number 1, B part, E part, F part, G part. Question number 2, all the 3 parts you have to do. Question number 3 also, all the parts you have to do, all the 3 parts. And question number 4 you have to do, and these are of exercise 4.4, and you have to do in your homework notebook. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. Thank you so much.